except the lighting of the area might be different. The anime character portraits used in these static cutscenes can look good, and some boss designs, while not overly detailed, can still look menacing. Hello YouTube, Flamezit here, going over an older overlooked zombie action side-scroller called Dead or School. It's once again time to test the mettle of man. Or rather, it's once again time for the anime girl with a katana to save the world. But this time she can also use a rocket launcher and assault rifle. Let's get to it. So in the world of Dead or School, humans have been forced underground by the existence of powerful predators known as mutants. They fought a war against these things but ultimately lost. It seems that they were just too strong, so in order for humanity to survive, it hid deep in the ground inside various subway tunnels and bunkers. Years pass and only a few humans remember what it's like to live on the surface. Hisako, the granddaughter of one such survivor, grew up hearing the stories of the life above. She decides that she wants to also experience this life that her grandmother had experienced, where she attended the thing called school. Donning the iconic Sailor Fuku school uniform and armed with a rusty pipe, an automatic rifle, and a bazooka, she sets out for the surface to help other survivors and to attain the idyllic life of a high school student. First, let's talk about these graphics. Basically, it looks quite budget. The enemies work, but nothing is outstanding. There are various versions of zombies, low-level shufflers, flaming ones, and huge strong bruiser types. Then there's a silly cannonball enemy that is just janky looking, but that's, I guess, part of its charm. Also, the animations can look a bit stiff, whether it's the enemy or the main character you're using. Specifically the walking animation. Adding more to its budget feel. Stages can be different. Stages are different, but there's a lot of recycled design that makes them look samey, except the lighting of the area might be different. The anime character portraits used in these static cutscenes can look good, and some boss designs, while not overly detailed, can still look menacing. Oh, but now, let's talk about the gameplay. Man, I really enjoyed this one. You get 3 weapon slots that you can switch to at any time. You have a melee weapon, a medium gun type, think assault rifle, shotgun, or sniper rifle, and a heavy gun, usually a rocket launcher. It adds a lot of variety to how you approach combat, but all of it can be over the top. Armored enemies can be much more resistant to attacks, and a rocket launcher usually removes this defense or stuns them. You can crouch down with a medium gun to do a static focus fire that penetrates through enemy mobs. You also have melee weapons that can do up close and personal heavy amounts of damage in a short period of time, whether it be using quick slash katanas or slower single strike heavy axes. And there's many varieties to these weapons. You can also end up getting modules that enhance the weapon stats, that add more damage, debuffs, or buffs. Some can add an auto-firing drone which can fire lasers or rockets. The thing is, you're going to need all of it, as each weapon has a finite amount of ammo and your melee weapon has a set durability as well. Managing your pool of weapon resources is key to progressing through the multi-level stages, as optional mid-bosses and paths with stronger enemy hordes can bar your way from picking up new weapon upgrades and rescuing more civilians. There's also a stamina gauge which dictates how long and often you can do a special attack, focus fire, dodge, or super jump. A well-timed dodge can also execute a slow-mo bullet time, where you can get to attack freely while the enemies are temporarily slowed in time. None of these things are too restrictive, it's quite generous in fact. But if you're having too much fun attacking these enemies, you can burn through these resources fairly quickly before you even realize it. Exploring more of an area unlocks civilians to rescue and sometimes stronger enemies, which can increase the loot you can get, which may include stronger weapons, modules, and even more firepower for your arsenal. You might even find some fan service sequences when rescuing these civilians, but these are fairly tame. This fan service also applies to a mechanic where Hisoka, upon taking too much damage, her uniform gets tattered, putting her in a stronger attack, high-risk, high-reward mode. The sound in this game is good. I think there's a lot of the same set of background tracks which cycle and repeat, but it wasn't tiresome. Many weapon sound effects I found were distinct and added a nice impact to the combat of the game. So in the end, I'm giving Better School a score of 7. What time I played in this game was very fun, although quite a bit of the presentation leans on the more budget side of gaming. What you have here is solid gameplay. It's built on a fun weapon loadout customization that you can use in snappy combat, and there's a path to challenging stronger enemy hordes to get more weapon loot. And there is a side of anime fan service for those that are interested in it. So if these things are up your alley, I think that you can do well to check out this game. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.